This show focuses on lifestyle, marriage, career, trending topics and many more. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Hello guys, so welcome back to KrissGold Show. This is episode 3. If you're just joining us, you need to watch episode 1 and 2. So you can find the link to watch these 2 episodes in the description box below. So don't be left out. Alright, so today I'm not the only one here. I have with me a friend of mine. Her name is Toy, and together we are going to discuss on savings. So sit back and enjoy it. Okay, so trust me, it's going to be a very interesting topic. Okay, so Toy, can we meet you?
Hi everyone, my name is Pharmacist Oluwatoyin Taylor, and I'm going to talk to you about savings and finances.
Alright, can you tell us what are the importance of savings? Because I know you're someone who can save anything. Like when we were in school, Toyi wouldn't mind saving her last cash. She's someone like that. So what are the importance of savings? Can you share with us, please?
Why do we need to save? Because it is irresponsible to spend everything that comes into your hands. It shows lack of vision, lack of foresight, and lack of insight if you spend all that comes to you. Because number one, you need to save. You need to pay yourself first so that you can have enough, or at least something tangible, to fund your dreams, to fund your future plans. So you can, for example, you might want to start a business in the future, you might want to get married, you might want to build a house, rent a house, buy a house, or buy a car. You might want to send your kids to school, just so you can fund your dreams. It is necessary, it is wise and reasonable to actually save so you can fund your dreams. Now, what's the percentage of your income that you should save? Well, there's no hard and fast rule to this, but many people have different. It depends on what works for you. But by all means, pay yourself first. You have to save. So the percentage of your income that you need to save now depends on you. But some people recommend the 70-30 ratio, that you save 30% of your income and then you spend the 70%. Then the 70% you can use it, but 30% should be used for savings.
Wow, that's really wonderful. Like, you need to save ahead. It's only a wise man that saves. That's really, like, I'm actually with my pen right now. Like, I need to jot down some of these things. But guys, it's not enough to just listen to it, but we have to like practicalize it. It's not enough to just listen, but it's enough to, start making use of it. Okay, so can you share with us what are the various savings platforms we have? Because there was a time I used to have Kolo when I was in school. I had this. Kolo is the physical saving platform where you drop in your money. So I used to have one in school. I just dropped little amount and all. So what are the other saving means we have, saving platforms we have? So can you share with us?
So the different platforms of savings that you can use, well, there's a lot of options out there, but let me start from the very simple, your savings account in the bank. You can decide to open an account in the bank where you can just save some certain amount of money every month or weekly, depending on how you choose. Or you can use Piggyvest, some online platforms like Piggyvest, Piggy Bank, and so on. You can even use but then I don't recommend this particular last one, this physical piggy bank that we used when we were young. But because it's easy to just take that money, you can decide, my hand is itching me, like Yoruba people will say, you can just choose that money. So it's better to save your money somewhere that you cannot easily access per se. If you know that, okay, this money I'm saving is for the long term, it's better to choose a platform where you won't easily get that money on time.
Wow, thank you so much, Toyin. So So let's talk about giving and savings. You see, since I graduated from school, I've had series of hello fam Christy, can you send me money? I need money. Family and friends, trying to ask you for money. Like, it's so serious that if I'm to actually respond to every one of them, trust me, I'll be left with nothing. It's that serious. So how can we balance giving and savings? Because there's a general saying that it's good to give than to receive. But please, when the giving is even more than receiving, how do we manage? Like, how do we balance it? So please, can you share with us what we can do in that instance?
Giving and savings. How do you achieve a balance? It's simple. You should classify your giving as part of your expenses. So you don't just, like, by all means, save first. Pay yourself first. Save first before you do anything. Save first, and if you're a Christian, if you believe in tithing, pay your tithes as well, and then invest whatever you want to invest. The remaining money that you have left as expenses, that's the amount that you can now take out of that money and give if you can. And I mean, by all means, give as much as you can, reasonably. So you don't just give and then, by all means, as much as possible, save first. So it's not a situation of giving versus saving. You can do the two. And it's okay to say, okay, if you probably someone is asking you for a very large sum of money. Well, it depends on the kind of person, and make sure even if you are going to give someone, make sure that you give not something that is convenient, not that you give someone and then eventually you have given everything and you don't have anything to fall back on eventually. No, you should save first and then give whatever you can out of the remaining money. But some people recommend the 70-30 ratio, that you save 30% of your income and then 70% can be used for other things that you want to do now. But 30% should be saved, should be locked up somewhere so you can access it in the future. So you can decide to do 60-40, 80-20. So it depends on what works for you. You need to decide. It depends on your plans. For example, if your goal is it depends on your financial goal. If your goal is to save like ₦1 million by the end of this year, we have like 6 to 7 months left. You can just decide to save. Maybe if you save 100,000 naira between now and then, there's no way you're going to achieve ₦1 million. There's no way you can achieve that goal. So it depends on your goal, and that's what will determine how much you need to save. So you can meet. You must have it. You should have a targeted amount and a time by which you want to realize that goal. That's what will determine how much you need to save. But apart from that, if you are not exactly saving towards a specific, like you don't have something on ground that you can pinpoint, but you just want to save for the future, because who knows, the rainy days may come at any time, you can just decide to do the 70-30 ratio, or 80-20, or 60-40, depending on what you need now, depending on what works for you, basically.
Okay, thank you so much. So basically it means we don't have to say yes to everyone. We just have to do the little we can do, and but then the first thing is save. Don't forget you're saving for a particular goal, you're saving for a particular cause. So if you only say yes to those people, trust me, they will still come back next month. Trust me, they will always come. Like, maybe not same set of people, but they will always come. Please, it's good to give. Givers never lack. There are a lot of quotes on giving, so it's good to give. Blessed are the give. Blessed are the givers. So really, like, there are a lot of things, but you have to learn to balance it. You shouldn't make the giving part to go down and then your savings would. So please learn to save and learn to give. The two is actually very good. Thank you, Famtoyi. So next question is on investment. So there was a time I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, he was of the opinion that it's good to invest, and I was of the opinion that it's good to save. So how do we try to balance the two?
Savings or investments? What do I think? Well, I think that's like breathing in or breathing out. What do you think? Or eating versus exercising, what's better? I think both are important, because investment is a means by which you multiply what you have, whereas savings is just savings, just keeping it there for the future. So I think you should, as much as possible, save and invest. And it's not until you earn a huge sum of money before you can invest. There are different platforms, different platforms online, not only online. There are different platforms out there by which you can actually invest your money. So I think both are important. So in that case, I've seen some people that say you can save 30% of your income, invest 30% of your income, then spend 40%. Again, like I always say, it depends. The ratio by which you do that, it depends on your own circumstance. You need to sit down and decide what works for you. So it's not just, but by all means, make sure you save and make sure you invest, because those are wise options. Those are wise decisions. You don't just spend all that you have. You need to think about the future. You need to know what you want, and you need to be responsible with the money that comes into your account. Also, when it comes to investment, I think no matter whatever investment platform you want to choose, make sure you do your research, because again, it's called being responsible. If you're going to put your money into something, don't just put your money blindly into something that you need to. You should at least know the level of risk the likelihood of losing that money, or the likelihood of actually gaining returns on your investments. So do your research no matter what. Don't be lazy about it. If you're going to put your money into something, maybe you're going to put your money into someone's business, into an investment company, you should do your research. Make sure they are good at what they do. Make sure that what they say, what they claim they can do, they can actually do it as much as you can. Don't just put your money into somewhere and then start crying that, hey, they scammed me and all of that. Make sure you do your research, and make sure that you put your money into credible places that you can trace, that you can actually trace this place. You know that, okay, yes, this place that I'm putting my money in, you can put your mind at rest. Although yes, investments could be risky, but there are different investment platforms. Actually, there's real estate, there's all this Bitcoin, Forex, and all of that. So there's a lot of. So make sure, by all means, make sure you do your research.
Wow, thank you so much, Fantoyi. So it's best to learn to balance it. Don't put all your income into an investment platform. You see, investment is actually a risk. It could either bring profit or it brings loss. Imagine if you invest all your income and then eventually did not yield profit, but it yielded loss. So what would you do in that situation? So it's best to actually save a particular proportion, like she has mentioned. You save a particular proportion and you invest a particular proportion, so that if the invested proportion refuses to yield profit, you would be able to fall back to your savings. I hope you understand. And of course, if it yields profit, you can still reinvest and then maybe save the profits. So that's actually a wise decision. But please don't put all your income into investment, because you're your own.